Jungle Cruise was directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, stars The Rock, Emily Blunt, Édgar Ramírez, Jack Whitehall, Jesse Plemons, and Paul Giamatti, based on the ride of the same name. Dr. Lily Houghton enlists the aid of wisecracker Skip Wolf to take her down the Amazon's magical boats. Together they search for an ancient tree that holds the power to heal, a discovery that will change the future of medicine. That's the plot of Jungle Cruise. When it comes to Jungle Cruise, this was a movie that I was iffy about because when you have a movie about Disney ride, this usually does not go very well. And when I saw the trailers, I was rolling my eyes. I'm like, I cannot believe Disney is putting their much $200 million into this. Granted, Pirates of the Caribbean, I do like that franchise is based on the ride, and The Haunted Mansion, while it's not a good movie, at least it's decent at best. But when it comes to this, I liked the cast here, but I wasn't so sure how to feel about this. So, of course, I was definitely hesitant to watch this. So I get waited till now this month to watch it, and here's what I'll say: I don't think this is a completely bad movie, but with that being said, I don't think this is anywhere near as fun as some of the other adventure-like movies like Indiana Jones and The Mummy and Jumanji. Starting right off with my positives, as always, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is very charismatic in anything he is. No matter if the movie's shit or the movie is epitastic, he's always a lot of fun to watch. And I will say he does a really good job in his role. He's very fun. He's energetic, and he's having a good time playing this jungle-like character. And he's really good here. Add to the mix, I think Emily Blunt is really good here for what she's given as the lead character, the second lead character, Lily Houghton. I will say she does very good in what's required of her. She does a good job in her performance. Édgar Ramírez, Jack Whitehall, Jesse Plemons, and Paul Giamatti are all pretty good, especially when Paul Giamatti is, I guess, the villain. So the performances, I think, are all very good in the movie for the most part. I can also say this is a visually looking film, cinematography wise, and some of the CGI isn't actually that bad. I do like some of this computer generated imagery. It's actually really good for the most part. The music and cinematography and the adventure feel and some of the comedy I actually don't mind. And the action scenes I think are a lot of fun as well. I also can appreciate the fact that this is a fun, lighthearted movie that knows what it is. It's definitely nice to have some lighthearted fun in movies like this and Space Jam: A New Legacy, especially in the hard times that we are in right now. So I definitely give credit to where credit is due. And I can also say it moves at a break at a fast pace. It gets you in and out mostly, and the movie does its job. It does the job pretty well. That being said, this movie definitely does feel like a mix up of Indiana Jones movies, all of them, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and most recently, this just feels like Jumanji 2.0, except you took Karen Gillan and the other guys out, and it's just The Rock by himself. That is one of the movie's biggest detriments, and for a movie that's based on a ride, there's not much you could do with this synopsis. And this is what I kind of feel like it would work better as an animated film. Also, I will say there are some characters in this movie that are not very needed. There's one character in here which I'm not gonna say anything about it, but even though I don't have a problem with the whole thing here, I'm just gonna say it wasn't really needed. I will say also, despite the fact this is a fast-paced movie, it does get a little bit too long for its own good. So yeah, I definitely did feel the length in that sense of things. And also, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. There is way too much CGI here. For a movie that costs $200 million, you would think a lot of the CGI here in some spots. Most of it is really good, but some of it in this movie is not that impressive. because there are some. Also, I just feel like there should have been a lot more practicality. I know they have to work with what they had, probably due to COVID and stuff, and that's fine, understandable. But I just feel like if there was a lot more practicality and if things were actually on real location, I feel like it would have been much better. Then there's this whole romance thing, which I don't know, because this is a consistent thing with The Rock recently, with Gal Gadot, with Karen Gillan, and Jumanji, and now Emily Blunt, and he's a very good-looking, charismatic guy, but he also is the most gorgeous women. That's just me being upfront about it. Not mad, ain't mad at you though. But also next year with Jaume Collet-Serra once again with Black Adam with Sarah Shahi. So I can say that. But at the end of the day, Jungle Cruise, I don't hate the film. There are some good things to like in it. But at the end of the day, this is a movie I still feel like wasn't really necessary. It's not the worst movie of the year. It's just a pretty fine kids movie, but not much else. And I'm going to give Jungle Cruise a stream this thing. But stream it at your own risk. So in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Jungle Cruise? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or somewhere right in the middle? Comment down below. Let me know. All my social media links in the description box down below. If you'd like to send any money to my Cash App, it is in the description box below. My Amazon wishlist is down there below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.